Congratulations goes out in order to Kiki Wong, who's been successful in being selected as the new Smashing Pumpkins guitarist. She was selected above 10,000 submissions that were made after Billy Corgan made the call out for a new guitarist to replace Jeff Schroeder back in January. We're going to unpack this a little bit more, find out a little bit more about Kiki Wong, as well as understand whether there might be a slight fallout to this decision. Kiki Wong is by no means a clean skin. She's very active on the social media scene. She has over 1 million followers on TikTok, over 600,000 followers on Instagram. She has travel blogs. She's written a book about travel, university educated, but first and foremost, she is a guitarist. She's a really big shredder. And she's been part of many bands in the past, toured internationally, played with the likes of Taylor Swift, Usher, and Bret Michael. So she's certainly the performer. She has the profile. So she will be hopefully an integral part of the band. So we're looking forward to when the band first plays with her involved. We understand this will be likely be June 8th in London, where they kick off the European tour, as well as go on to tour in North America. We're going to be very interested and watch that closely and to see how that pans out. However, it's probably also interesting to reflect on the process itself. Now, there were 10,000 entries. Many of those were put on YouTube. Kiki Wong was a known entity. Billy came out and said that this more or less, but one does wonder whether the process was tilted more slightly to pros. Now, certainly Kiki is not the out-and-out superstar. She's not part, say, of a Pearl Jam or another major act, but she isn't a unknown entity. So one does wonder whether there might be a slight preference to more of a professional as opposed to someone who is completely unknown. Obviously, it is the Pumpkins' prerogative around who they choose. However, it does feel a little bit sleight of hand. The other thing to mention is the press release itself. It did feel a little bit unusual as to how the wording came across. It talked about Kiki being part of the touring lineup. That doesn't feel like it means that she's now part of the full band. So she's almost in a category similar to Jack Bates and Katie Cole, who are part of the touring lineup. That's not too unsurprising. It's kind of formalized. It is formalized. However, one does suspect that people were expecting someone to be part of the actual lineup. Not sure how that's going to play out in the months and weeks to come. We'll certainly find out, but it's not it's an open secret, obviously, that Billy does record most of the parts anyway, except for the drums. So it's probably okay to put all of that out there. So let me know in the comments what you think about this decision. We'll unpack this a little bit more in a couple of weeks' time, but thought we'd put it out there and, again, give kudos to Kiki for being selected as the new Smashing Pumpkins guitarist.